Howdy everyone, welcome to day 31. Last time, we unlocked another passage into the basement, which I think we're going to take. Well, assuming that's how it works, let's go find out. So we're going to grab this. I guess we can set up the outer room as well, we might as well. And then we'll go down the elevator and see what's... Yeah, I assume that stays open. And that lets me start from there. That's going to be weird. If that's what happens. I was also just consulting my notes to see like which other sigils do I have. So I think I've got the Fenn Ares one complete, and I think that's down there in the precipice. Apparently I saw one that's violet. The border is violet in the clock tower, but I checked that against the list of countries that I have, or whatever they're called, realms, and none of those are violet. So what does violet correspond to? I've got, what have I got? Kororika orange, Arch Ares yellow, Arinda Ares black, question mark, Raja purple, Nuance green, Vera pink, Morajai blue, and Fenn Ares red. No violet, which is interesting. Okay. Ooh, shelter's always good. Or 2 special items. Ooh, what did I carry across today? Let's get 2 special items, I think. Maybe? Or trading post. I assume that stayed detonated. Do I still get the money from it? That would be interesting to know. Oh, but I want the items. Let's do the items today. Yeah. So it's fine. We're going to have many other days as well, okay? Metal detector, always handy. Oh, and no, that wrench is not the wrench, I guess. Oh, sledgehammer, okay. Makes no sense. There's wrenches everywhere, and I cannot take them. But whatever. So we've got the compass and the... Oh, we got to keep the moon pendant. That's cool. Nice. The moon pendant saved itself. Very neat. Okay, so down into the precipice. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I really have many sigils. Oh, I could do this again. I don't think I will, though. We've got 7. We started with 70 steps. That's a kind of normal amount. This will open up at some point, right, and go somewhere. Oh yeah, I think I had the theory that that might go to the that wall that I need to somehow blow up in the basement. That's the Arinda symbol. Why did I have that theory? Because the map said cliffside exit or something like that, and then that's kind of cliffside. But I guess this is also cliffside, but I know where this one goes now, so it's clearly not this one. On the way through here, I'm going to check the book that's at the end. Chest room. Door. It's open. Cool. Let's check this first. Okay. Well, we've got that one. That's the Fenn Ares one for sure. Let me just make sure I've got it in the... Because I made a special page for this. So Fenn Ares. So it's 4 fogs. The military one, doubled up in each thing. I've done it the wrong way around. Oh well. I did them pointing out when it's supposed to be pointing in. The pentagon in the middle, and then the kind of wiggly lines around the outside. Which I'm drawing terribly. There we go. I mean, I know it's red, so I can easily look that up. Okay. Yep. And then isn't there something at the end as well? Pink, violet. So violet is a thing here. But we only have 8 realms, I think, written down at least. Is it possible I forgot one? Where's that page gone? There it is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got 8 realms written down, so I must have forgotten one. Although I also don't have white. Wait, hold on. We've got orange. That's on there. Black is on there. Yellow is on there. Purple. Is purple violet? Because oh, we've probably just got all the pages right. Although it doesn't seem to be torn. No. Maybe they just didn't know about some of the colours. But maybe purple is violet? Why did I write down purple? Did I see the word purple anywhere? Or did I just see a colour that looked purple? And so I wrote down purple. I don't know. Because if I did, then it might just be violet. Okay, so that's my guess. Araja is violet then. In which case, Araja is the poetic one. Okay, that's fine. But at the back here, I've got this note, red martial fog, but it's just about Fenn Aries. Okay, that's fine. Alright. We'll look at it in more detail at some point. I could have done it then, but we'll do it at some point. We've seen this. There's this weird thing on the floor here. Certainly looks like something, but I don't know what. I suspect this is never going to open up. I don't know how it would, unless I can get some kind of machinery down there. Okay. I've got this one, which is Arinda, yes. Okay. So yeah, now we're here, which is interesting. I think while we're here... Oh, I can't go that way, but I can go across the... I've got the boat here still, right? I need to be careful about where I leave the boat, because it does stay on the same side that you left it on, which is kind of concerning. Like, I would need to make sure it's over here when I reset the day. Oh, that was weird. There's a bright flash then. I wonder if there is a way to set up the gear room so that it's always traversable. Like possibly with the thingy in a different place. I should think about that. We'll think about it once we're over there. Because we can look at the gear room and see what could we connect with what. I think that actually would work, wouldn't it? If I let's go in here and find out. Wait, is that the room? That's the room, yes. That's all turned around. So right now I can't even get in there. Well, except I can because I can turn this. So, question one is, if I turn this, can I get to... Like, just from here, can I get from here to the thingy, which is on the opposite side, right? I think so. So that's my first question. Take this over here, because here it doesn't have a control. Okay, so instead we'll take it there. Take this to here, which also doesn't have a control, but does let me through to there, I think. Which I could also do anyway without going through there, because I have access to this corridor. Oh gosh, where's the way forward? It's this way. Okay. Okay. Which does have a control. No, it doesn't have a control. Okay. Wait, that is... No, that's... I just went back the way I came. I can go through here, but this also doesn't have a control. No. How do I go anywhere right now? Can I? I think the answer is no. Except for the fact I can put that there. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, right? Just putting that there. Crossing this way. So that's how I get across to this now. So we could just go this way for now, but I would like to figure out a good... Right, so if I leave this like this, and I put the cart back, then to get in here, I'd have to use the boat, cross, come the other way, come to here, go that way. Then to leave, I'd have to go this way. So as long as I don't end the day in here, we're fine, I think. Because when I leave, I basically reset it and put it back there. So that feels like it would be a good way to do things, maybe? But then why do that if Well, yeah, I guess I'm choosing between whether I leave that way. Hold on, so if I did that... If I did that, I wouldn't be able to come in from the entrance that I've just set up. The one from the precipice. Huh. Got this one as well, which is interesting. We'll think about it later. I think it is time to do some sigil stuff. We still don't have a 4-digit or 4-letter code for above, as far as I'm aware. It's interesting that there's like one set of lights here. How is the rest of this lit up? I guess just from that you can see the shadows. Weird. It's clearly brighter than it should be though. Whatever. Okay, so we've got 5 of them open. Oh, it says which one they are. Okay, cool. I had not noticed that. So in theory, we know this one and this one. Should we go into the first one? Although... Okay, so I did set up the outside. So how does this work? There are 4 things to spin. That one, that one, that one, and that one, as far as I'm aware. And there's a button. What does the button do? Nothing until it's done, probably. It's just, that's to stop you from just like spinning them and it auto like accepting what you've put in as you just spin past it. So the middle one does just the weather. And never does anything else. Okay. Does it change the number of them? No. I think the number of them is determined by how many of these lines there are. That's not the weather. That's the that's like the type, like military, etc. Okay. So let's put this on what it needs to be on. It needs to be on the Metropolis one. That one, indeed. Then the weather. So if I spin the next one, some of them affect the others, I think. So if I spin this one, what happens? The weather does change. Okay, so that's fog and that, but it doesn't change the number of them either. Okay, but that is affecting that thing down there as well, which is the border. Okay. Okay. And how is it? So that's moving like that, and then this is going to like there and then back again. So that always turns back, which is weird. Okay. And it turns that thing. So this thing by itself, what's it do? Just the border. So it goes like, so a big circle, little circle to whatever that is, just circles, I guess. Let me get back to big circle, little circle, because what I want to know is if I do this to do the same one. No, it goes a lot further. I guess it's going like 3. Yeah, this is moving 1, but if I do this, it goes all the way back there, which is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So when I move this, this moves 3 at the same time. And how many are there? So we're at the dashed lines right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there are 8. That's what I expected. Back in a second. Alright, I'm back. What was it doing? So this moves 3 when I move that thing. Okay, what does this thing do? Also moves that. But it also changes the number of the lines as well as the border. Okay. But there's nothing else that affects that, so what I should do is set up that first, surely. Not necessarily, I might need to get these to a certain position, because that affects that. Okay, so for Arinda, we need 3 lines coming out. Okay. How do I want to do this? And this one I can just change independently. Yes, okay. So I might as well just leave that where it was. Uh-huh. Okay. So. That changes the weather. That changes the number of lines, and that changes the border. But we want to get, like, can I just cycle around? So if we get the number of lines right, which is that, yes, and then do this one, which moves us in threes, and threes doesn't go into 8. Hold on, if I've got 8 things, I'm just going to draw this out. If I've got 8 things and I go in threes, first one to fourth one, to 7th one, 1, 2, 3 to second one. Yeah, okay, so I'll hit all of them, right? Okay, so if we always reserve this, the second thing down for last, we should be fine. We should be able to cycle through. What do we want? We want fog. When do we want it? Now. Although it could be a lot of cycling, I guess. Wait, it doesn't always go. Or it does? Bring the fog back. There it is. But I can change the border without changing the other stuff, right? Yeah, okay, so there's no, I don't have to cycle at all. Just get everything lined up. Which one am I looking for? Black, so the circles. I probably went past it because I wasn't concentrating. So I think it's that. Oh. What does this do? Oh, hello. Hello. This feels like a choice. Is this a choice? No. Okay. Hello. Blackbridge Hotel and Spa. What? I need a magnifying glass. So that'll be the Arinda Aries stamp. Yeah, okay. Let me note it down in my temporary notes. What's all this stuff? Ah, that's the times for the clock tower puzzle. Okay. Stamp in Sanctum. 8 realms in 8 months. Oh, this is the journey. Okay. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan. As it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting fragments of the Old Kingdom. A landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Herbert. Okay, so it's Herbert's journey. I was expecting it to be Mary's. So is there just like some small area of Fenn Aries that, like, is it called Blackbridge? That is like a little bit Arinda Aries-ish. It's got a Fenn Aries stamp here as well. Mount Holly Estate in care of Anne Babbage, Reddington, Fenn Aries. Okay, I'm surprised they even allowed this to be sent. Okay, so is it just the order of the doors though? Because this feels like it's 1, right? Let me write this down. Okay, journey. Feels like 1 is Arinda Aries. Okay. Blackbridge Hotel and Spa. Should I write that down? Maybe. Okay. Is each... Yeah, okay, so each angel is associated with one of them. So the royalty, the staff, which I think I have a name for as well, maybe? Way back when. Maybe? No, I've got two names, Raina and Mila. Okay, royalty. I don't need to write down both things because I can figure it out from the other thing. Okay, railways. Oh, there's the chimney sweep one though, I think. Interesting, am I going to have to know this? There's those symbols again. Right. They've all got crowns and they've got bowls in front of them. Okay, what's over here? Wait, what's over here? Nothing. Okay. Those look like something, don't they? Oh, another one of these. Due to the overwhelming amount of artifacts bearing the Arinda Ares sigil that were destroyed after the war, Morajai puzzle boxes featuring the infamous black symbol among the rarest. Okay. When black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right as if on train rails. Okay. What am I trying to get to? Black? Yeah, okay. So green. Ooh, what did that do? Swaps with the yellow? Like, oh gosh, no. Or maybe, does that swap with the yellow here? Yeah, okay, like across the thing. Yeah. Does yellow do the same? No, yellow moves up. Okay. So green swaps the tile opposite it. I guess if it's in the middle, it does nothing. Interesting. Yellow goes up. So I want to get the greens here, basically. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. So get you up there, get the yellow down here, do this. Okay. Swap you down here. Can I swap? Oh, there we go, but get yellow into the middle. Yellow specifically has to be in the middle. That is a problem. So black, this, green, well, yep, there we go. Ta-da! More allowance. Wowie. I guess they always have allowance in them. Here's the black flags. They have nothing on them. I guess just the shape, maybe? It's hard to see. That's the pole. Interesting. Okay. This is very glowy, isn't it? How? That lighting is not the best. I think it's meant to look like it's coming from there, but the illusion breaks as soon as you're on the other side of it. That's a bit weird. It's just a texture floating in the sky. Okay. Nothing else to do here? Don't think so. So in theory, you can do Fenn areas as well. Does it behave the same way? Oh. That changes that. Yeah, it seems to. Yeah, okay. So do the same thing. So this should be that, yes. And we've got the right number. Yes. So now I just need to change the border, which is this one, to red, this red squiggles. There it is, done. Yay! It took long enough to happen that I was concerned that didn't work. Okay, yep, very red over here. Okay, is that a house or a palace or something? Cannons, yeah, military. Right, it's that palace. Sure. The Royal Museum of the Grand City of Fenn. I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I intended to save the postmaster a trip as it will just wind up here once again to join the other 7, which I am pleased to report were all waiting for me on my desk safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made and lessons learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Remind Anne to replace the books I lost. The books, okay. We've already seen that stamp. Okay, so that was 8th. Let me write it down. I'm going to make a list. 1 to 8. So 8 is Fenn Aries from the Royal Museum. In case I need to know specifically where it was sent from. And then is there an angel here? No, maybe on the other side? Maybe the angels don't matter. Okay, red tiles in honor of General Teskin's victory, right? When these tiles are pressed, all black tiles in the box turn red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles in the box turn black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Desolate's army. Black tiles turn red, white tiles turn black, so there's a bit of a loop there, but it's not a loop. Red is the endpoint, okay. That's when you press red? Yes. So, that should turn that colour. No. That should turn that colour. And that should turn that colour. Yes. So I can basically just make things red. I feel like I need to reset this. Okay. So what do the other things do? Orange. Grey. So black still cycles horizontally. White turns grey. Why? Can I figure that out? Turns grey there. Turns grey there. It always turns grey. Orange. 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 Green flips the other side. That's the same as before. Yep. So ultimately, if I want red in the corners, which I clearly do, I want to get white tiles in all of the corners, or black tiles in all the corners. So how do I get more white tiles? Oh gosh. So orange does turn red. Maybe that turns the color of the most things surrounding it, and if it's equal, then it doesn't change. So right now, if I were to make you grey, does this become grey? Yes. Okay. So make them all red somehow. So basically make the oranges white, or what does grey do, if anything? If I get grey down here, does it do anything? This is definitely one that feels like you're gonna like just hit a dead end. Like I think there's like dead ends in this state graph for sure. Okay, so it's like not always recoverable without resetting, which is fine. I think the oranges need to clone the whites then. All the reds. So I can make you red, obviously, but then I can't really move them around easily. Except with greens, maybe. I can get a red up there, cool. Oh gosh, so we do have another red, great. What else can I do right now? Oh no. Was that the right choice? How do I like then shuffle them? I don't think I can. I feel like I need to do something earlier. So right now my only shuffling is black or green. So So I can get the white up there if that's useful. I think it is very useful. I can't clone black, I can't clone white because there aren't enough of them. So I'm cloning red, so get the oranges to the corner? How do I move them out of where they are though? I don't, because I can only shuffle sideways. So yeah, I can't change. So if I can't change where the oranges are, I'm pretty sure I can't. Then like no matter what they become, even if they become green, they can just swap with each other, which isn't any better. There's not the oranges that are becoming the reds in the corner, and that's never moving out of there either. So I need to make 4 reds. So that means making the greys white somehow? That doesn't make any sense. Unless there's something about the greys that I haven't understood yet, which there probably is. Or am I being silly? Hold on. Can't clone you, can't clone you. Although you... Okay. Can I make something white? No. I can make something red. I can make something black. But the one black thing becomes white. So I've only ever got one white and one black, I think? Because the one black thing becomes red and the one white thing becomes black. And if I never have 2 of them, then I can't clone them. Okay. There's something I'm missing here. There's definitely something I'm missing here. I can make you grey. Can grey do anything for me? I feel like not. I mean, am I a million miles away from what I want? The problem is I can't get that out of that corner, so I need to make 4 others. By corner I mean that edge. Not a corner. I can obviously get green there. And then I can get red in the corner. But then what? No, I don't love that. Or do I? I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I can make more greens. Is that useful? It's interesting. But then again, like I said, I can just swap to there now. So what's that done for me? Nothing. I feel like the oranges have to become red and somehow get to the corners. I don't understand how they can move. I can't make them black. I can make them red or green. Can't make them white. Can make them grey, but again, grey I don't think does anything interesting. As far as I can tell so far. Get the grey down here. Grey. Do something interesting. Wait, what did that just do? How did I... Have I got 2 reds here now? That's just the 2 reds that I always get, right? It's like from doing this. Yeah. What happens if I put white and black on either sides of the orange? Is that interesting? Somehow? Is that even a way of doing it? No. You to there, you to there. Nothing. Okay. This is a weird one. Sure, I can make those red, but that doesn't help. can make them green, but that doesn't appear to help. Because green doesn't go to red when I do this. Only those two do. I have had extra ones, yeah, from the oranges, but I can't move the oranges in. What does grey do? Grey must do something else. That I can only do in a certain situation. When they're down at the bottom? No. Well, now I can't move anything horizontally anymore, so that's not ideal. Yeah, and these are just here, and they're stuck here forever. Wait, wait, what colour do I want them to be? Red, surely, right? Yes. They can't be any other colour, right? Green. No, they have to be red. How on earth do I do anything? I just can't get those two out of there, and those are the only other things that can become red. Move that up there if that's somehow useful. Yay! Ha! So white just turns grey, no matter where it is. Maybe I'm missing something about white. Seems to be no matter where it is. Oh! Ah, there we go. That's what I'm missing, is that I can do that. Press a white between... So a white adjacent to a grey swaps the whites and the greys. Is it, I guess, how it's working? Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. That is intriguing, at least. That means clone grey. Does it? I think so. And try and get more whites out of this. Like that. Clone grey. And get more greys. Can I then do something with this? Grey there. Wait, was that white? I actually can't tell anymore. Oh yeah, those must be white, okay. Ooh. Yeah, no, yeah, that was the same. Okay. Ah! No! I didn't mean to press that! No! Okay, okay, so at least now we know the rule that we were missing is this one. Grey still doesn't do anything, but white next to grey does do something. Okay. Get white back down here. Do we want to do the clone? Is that right? Doing the clone? That won't clone. What do I need to do? I need to... What am I doing? I don't know anymore. Trying to get grey there and grey here. How do I do that? I need to get you back down here. There we go. Grey. So if I can get more of those, then I can turn them into red. Okay, so like that. I can turn. I guess I need to do 2 at a time, otherwise I'm not gaining anything. So like that would be 2 at a time. Okay. And then this is a tricky one. Get that up there, do that to make you grey. I think. Maybe? Then send you to there. How is this helping anything? Oh gosh, I did not mean to do that. Although that's good. Okay. Is that good? Okay. That's maybe positive, although I still need more down here. Like, I can't get those out of there unless I can make more greys down here. Gosh, this one's hard to think about. Was that a mistake? That might have been a mistake. What am I trying to do here? Get, like, you out of there, I guess? Oh gosh, that's not what I meant to do, but sure. That doesn't do anything, right? No. So, how do I... Okay, Sure. Then I can loop you to there. Can I get another white to here? How? What other white? I guess you. But after doing... Okay, that's not bad. Sure. Now flip that to there? Why? What's that gained? Nothing. I can turn these two. But turning you white isn't useful. I need to get like a grey next to you down here. Which I can't get. Can I? This is so complicated. That just does that. Good job. I just lost a white. And I've lost another one. So this white can make two whites, but one of them is going to be in there is the problem. Can I then get like... I guess I can get another grey up there. That's interesting, at least, I think. Then I've got another grey down here, which I could turn white like this. Well, I've just swapped it. That's all I've done there. How do I get more? By using this one. That doesn't make sense. Whoa. I'm sure if I thought about this a bit better, it would be fine. Because right now I've got 4 whites. I don't think I'm getting any more. Because I can turn I've got 1 grey. Also, these are not in the right place. I need them on the outside. So the greens need to become... Oh, that will become white. No, that will become red. Those will become black. Is that right? How's this work? Yes. Was that a big mistake? And then these will all become red. So that is a lot of red, but... Oh, but then I can shuffle things like this. Interesting. Like I can shuffle the middle one after doing that. So can I now shuffle all these into the right places? Like that's in the corner, that's good. Yeah, this might be doable. That's in the corner. Hold on, be careful. That's good, that's good, that's good. One more down here. Somehow. One more. Is that even possible? Did I need to get rid of this? Gosh, this is so hard to think about. That does nothing. That brings that down here, but it just swaps them over. I can move the grey about. I'm not getting anything else out of this, am I? Like, you need to be gone somehow. I can only swap you to the other side. I can't get you into the corners. So I think I'm like kind of close, but not at it. Okay. Okay, one more go. We can get this. So yeah, don't forget that after the first step, I can then do some sneaky stuff. Okay. So first, clone the greys. I think so. Why? Why does having those there? Because then they will turn white. No, then they will turn black. Well, yes, white, then black, and then I can move them. Well, then I can move this and get that into a corner. So this red can be a final red. So I just need 3 other reds, but not in those positions, I guess. Or 3 other readable things. Readable. It's like edible, but but red. I was trying to get... Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. What am I trying to do? That. I think. Sure. Going with this. I want you to become grey, I think. I need to get this on the other side. Move it across, get it to the other side. So grey is there, great. Great. Can I then get... Well... Okay, now you're on this side, that's good. There we go. Grey. I think that's positive. And then shuffle this around to here. You can become white. Then you can turn both of these whites, which is good. And you can turn this one white, which is good. Then we can, in theory, get you out of there as well, but those have to be white as well. So no, I don't think I want those to be white, right? Maybe? Because if they're grey, nothing happens when I press this. So, is there something else I can do here? What happens if you have 2 white next to each other and do this? They both become grey. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. If I were to do this now, you would become red, these would become black, and then I'd lose any ability. So basically I just got... Well, if I can get you out, these 3 out of here, then we're okay. But I can't, can I? Because these 2 can never leave. Yeah, in fact, all 3 of them can never leave. Because I can't move the middle one out either. Except I can move it to the side, but only to the side. Which is not what I want. So maybe I make one of these white? And do this? Why? I do not know. So we've got you there, but you can never leave out of there. And now we don't have white ever again, do we? Because black becomes red. Gosh, it's a confusing rule. Black becomes red, and I can't get that one out of there. So this is a dead end, I think. So instead... Okay, reset. So therefore, since these can never get out of there, that middle row, as far as I can tell, we need 4 things on this outside edge that can become red, which means either white or black. Yeah, because this middle red will never get to be part of the corners. We're going to have an extra red, I guess. Therefore, what? Therefore, I think we begin the same way. I think we have to do the greys. So therefore we want something like this, but like more? Like more than that somehow? I guess I could now clone a white to there. Is that better? Is it kind of the same? If I could get that there. I don't know if I can. Sure. This is so complicated. What is happening? That's there. That does nothing. Green, go up there. You go there. But I want... okay. So that doesn't work. Maybe get green into the middle? Then put that there, swap this down. Swap that up. Is that good? Maybe. So if we could get you to be white, then we'd be in a pretty good situation, I think. But to turn you white, I'd have to turn one of the others grey. Or two of the others grey, in fact. Maybe. I guess I could do it here. That would turn white, but that would turn grey. But maybe I can deal with that. Well, I've just swapped them. That's the problem there. Is that a mistake? Because then I can never... No, I can get that back there. And I can do two there. Gosh, this is difficult. 1, 2, 3. That's good. That's good. Then what's the next step? That becoming blank doesn't really matter, does it? So I press this. That becomes black, 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 black. But then we have 4 blacks around the outside, which is good. And that one. So then we just do this, and this, and this. No, and hold on. Yes, no. This. Red, yes, done. Okay. Holy moly. 2 more allowance. Wowee. Okay, that is enough for today. It turns out doing these things is pretty involved, but not really doing this bit. Just doing the Morajai box afterwards. Maybe I made that more complicated than it needed to be. I don't know. Okay, but we're also figuring out the journey as well, which is pretty cool. No angel here though, so I don't know if that's relevant or not. Alrighty, folks. We haven't even begun placing rooms today, but I think that is what we're going to do next. Because I don't think I know any full sigils for the other realms. I think I know like partial. I know colours. And I know... Well, I do know pink, heat, and spiritual, apparently. For who? Pink, heat, and spiritual. Oh, but I know the colour of pink goes with Vera, which I don't have open. It's this one. Okay. So let me write that down actually before we go. So pink, heat, spiritual. Okay. Oh, but I don't know the numbers. Where do I know about that from? It's near my notes for the history of the 3 realms. So I wonder if I got it from that book. Uh-oh. I don't remember. I didn't note down like how many of the weather things there were for it. Uh-oh. Okay, so we might have to go back and try and find that. But I don't think I can do it for now. Alright, I'll see you next time, folks, and I guess we'll start exploring the house. Alright, goodbye.